Early morning. Not that bright out. This is where that hole was. Not much space. What's going up? Okay, people, are you seeing this? It is here. It is April 30th. WTF. This is insane. It's snowing. It's snowing. Baby kitties. What the heck? Hey? What do you got to say, Pearl? Huh? That's disgusting, isn't it? Isn't it, baby Pearl? That's disgusting out there. Yes, it is. Where's your face? Yes, it is. Hey, Miss Pearl. Yeah, it's disgusting. Ugh. Makes me wanna... We've got some stuff to do. Then we're coming home. Yeah, then we're coming home. It's a baby girl. Mr. Giz. Mr. Gizmo. Mr. Gizmo. Hi, Mr. Gizzy. Hi, Mr. Gizzy. Gizmo's doing fine. And the baby. My baby girl. Oh, you just want attention. Yes, you do. The other one's getting kisses over there. Miss Sassy Pants. But I can't believe that. I don't even want to go outside. That's disgusting. Yuck. And it is cold. It is cold out. Holy mackerel. Oh, yuck. Okay, we're outside. We have to go to the bank. And then the squirrel thinks he has to hibernate again. Yeah. Look at this. This is stupid. There's no other way to put it. When we were coming home, it was actually little hail. I really don't want to walk in this. You see anything? Okay. I'm going to sign off the phone. Hi guys, White Witch 110 here. How is everyone? It was a cool day here in Ottawa today. Now I'm going to be reading a different type of story. It's one that I wrote a few years ago. And I've mentioned it a couple of times. So I figure I'll start reading it. And if it seems that you're interested and you'd like to hear more, I'll continue. If not, I have a couple of the other ones, or at least one more of the other ones that I can read at another time. So let's get into this one. As his music plays softly in her room, Abigail thinks back to their first encounter. It was so long ago now. Funny how time had not stood still. It should have. It was the year she visited family on the west coast of Canada, a beautiful part of the country she was born and raised in. Her parents had recently divorced. It was a difficult time for her, leaving everything she knew to move to a new province with her mother. It had been her decision. If it had been her decision, she would have stayed and lived with her father. At best, her relationship with her mother was strained, putting it lightly. Abigail had been unable to visit her father outside of the agreement in her parents' divorce. Unnecessary to say, when she came of age, her visits to her father were lengthy and often. When she came of age, her mother remarried and moved to England with her new husband, who Abigail got along with swimmingly. Matter of fact, their relationship was much healthier than that with her mother. Abigail had been anxious to get out west once again, and toyed with the idea of staying this time. Her job in Toronto wasn't going anywhere, and she had no family there to consider. Her heart was on the coast of British Columbia. Now, in her early 20s, it seemed time to discover herself and the coast once again. She had changed in so many ways, but in some stayed the same. It had been 5 years since she had last seen her dad. Arriving at the Vancouver airport, her excitement is overwhelming. The doors slide open, revealing an enthusiastic family. "Abigail!" Her cousin of the same age, Nicole, shouts. Abigail moves swiftly to extended arms and the warmth of her family. She experiences a joy she hasn't felt in so long. "It's good to have you home, Abby." Her father embraces her. His daughter is home where she should have been all along. "Yes, Dad, I'm home, though I can't say it's for good, but it will be for a couple of weeks at least." Abigail greets her uncle and cousin James. The drive back to her uncle's place brings so many wonderful memories flooding in. This place is truly a heaven on earth. The sights, sounds, and smells are all refreshing. The sounds of the city are left behind as the wilderness gains control. You'll love the apartment, Nicole. Nicole has been redecorating it for me. She's a designer now, her father informs her. "Wow, Nicole, you'll have to come east and fix up my place. It's not much, but it could use some help." "As much as I'd love to, I'd rather make a home here comfortable for you." Nicole smiles warmly. Abigail is struggling with the timing to move west. She doesn't want to tell the family until she is set with a date. "You can always stay here, Abigail," her cousin invites. "The more the merrier." The gravel under the wheels tells her she is back. The cabin hasn't changed. It still looks as welcoming as ever. "Uncle Nick," Nicole begins, "would you mind if Abigail stays with us in the cabin? It's been forever since we had time together." "Nicole, your Uncle Nick hasn't seen Abigail either," Rob, Nicole's father, points out. "I have no problem with that, Nicole. Abigail and I will spend time together. I doubt she would want to stay with her old man and his habits," he laughs. Eager to start, the girl... Hang on. Okay, where was I? Eager to start, Nicole assists her cousin with her luggage. Up in the guest room, Nicole talks nonstop, and Abigail chuckles at her cousin's excitement. "We're going to a concert tonight," Nicole informs her. "To see who?" "Guess." Nicole jumps on the bed. "I don't know," Abigail smiles. "Guess." Nicole persists. Manhattan Transfer?" "No, Scott Wilson." "No way. Are you shitting me?" "No." The girls hold hands and jump up and down. Dad arranged it all. Nicole's father worked at a historical location. "Has your dad met him?" "Only briefly. I've known for months now, but I couldn't tell you. It's been driving me crazy." My God, I feel like a kid again. I'm so excited. Nicole can't contain herself. "Does my dad know we're going?" "Yep, he's going with us. We're all going." The family enjoys dinner at a local diner close to the venue. Abigail attempts to hold the anticipation at bay. Once inside the venue, the family is taken up front. Abigail fidgets in her seat. Moments later, Scott emerges from behind the curtain and walks towards them. "Rob, good to see you," Scott greets her uncle. "Hey, Scott. Ready for tonight?" "Sure am. The band and I have been practicing. We got it all down pat. Scott glances over to the family sitting there. Allow me to introduce you to my family. This is my brother-in-law, Nick. Scott politely says hello and shakes his hand. This is my daughter, Nicole, and my son, James. Scott extends his hand in a shake. This is my niece, Abigail. Nick is her father. Scott extends his hand to Abigail, which she takes willingly. Scott gives her a smile. Abigail is in disbelief. Her beloved singer has only just touched her hand. He said hello to her and smiled. She can go back east, a content woman. The men follow Scott backstage, leaving the cousins to their own. OMG, Nicole, he touched my hand. James speaks up. Well, that is what usually happens when you shake hands, Abigail. He teases her. A friendly smack on his arm. I know, James. The concert begins, and Abigail is sitting on air with the experience. This is a memory to constantly recall when back home in Toronto. Only in beautiful BC, she repeats quietly to herself. Scott strolls into the audience directly to them. His opulent voice seduces her soul in seconds. Willingly, she would follow him anywhere in the world he wanted. He extends his hand towards her, taking her by surprise. What should she do? Without hesitation, she slides her hand into his. The warmth of his skin dissolves any nerves she has. Is this actually happening? She has dreamed of this moment. She has dreamed of a moment like this many times. Slowly, they move back to the stage, where a stool is placed for her to sit on. Scott continues to sing passionately to her. Abigail is adrift on emotions. Suddenly, there is no one else in the room but the two of them. Nearing the end of the ballad, Scott lifts her hand, and softly his lips touch the back of it. He sees her back to her seat and a waiting family, then continues with another song. Abigail is in paradise. She has come to her favorite place on earth, met her most favorite singer on earth, and he kissed her. When the concert is complete and the crowd is left, Scott emerges again from behind stage to join the family. Did you enjoy the concert? He asks them collectively. Yes, Abigail breathlessly responds. Great concert, Scott, and thank you again for your thoughtfulness, Rob says. It was my pleasure, Scott replies. The drive home is amazingly quick, but Abigail doesn't even notice as she replays the kiss continuously in her mind. My God, how jealous her friends at home will be. Inside the cabin, everyone is recounting their excellent evening. Good food and good entertainment, Nick says, but it's time for this old man to get some sleep. The morning comes early and work with it. The joys of being your own boss and work crew, her father laughs. A huge hug is shared between father and daughter. Abigail whispers to her dad, Love you. Glad to have you back, sweetie. See you tomorrow. The rest continue conversation when a knock comes to the door. Rob gets up to answer it. Hey, come on in, he greets the visitor. Seconds later, the visitor is revealed when he walks through the kitchen door. Oh my God, it's Scott, Abigail whispers in a high-pitched voice, smiling as widely as she ever has. Hi, gang. Glad you enjoyed the concert tonight. I thought things went very well. I'm looking forward to coming back many times. Abigail's heart sinks. He was leaving just when she wanted to get closer to him. Scott, will you stay with us for a few days? No, Scott will be staying with us for a few days while he handles some business. I hope no one minds. Her uncle is joking. No, don't mind, James replied, and I'm sure the girls definitely won't. Just make sure you lock your door, Scott, for visitors in the middle of the night. James smiles, teasing the girls. Oh, shut up, James, Nicole retorts. Abigail just smiles, content on the sofa, but when Scott takes a seat by her, the nerves begin. Swiftly, she attempts to control them so that Scott won't see. "Hope you weren't embarrassed by being singled out, Abigail," Scott asks. Her name sounds so provocative coming from his luscious lips. "Abigail," her cousin shouts, snapping her to the present. "No, not at all. I was fine with it." Such a stupid thing to say. Fine with it. She was more than fine with it. Abigail wanted to run away with him at that moment and spend a lifetime with him. "Good," is all Scott replies. "You'll be staying in the guest room over at the apartment," Rob begins. "I'll get my bag from the car." The night moves along, and Abigail can't sleep, knowing Scott Wilson is only across the driveway from her, sleeping soundly in a bed. Under crisp white sheets, she imagines his warm, tanned chest rising and falling with each breath he takes. Next morning, Abigail is up, ready for the day. Well, ready to see Scott. Entering the kitchen, she finds Nicole. "Where is everyone?" Abigail inquires. "Dad has gone with James into the city. Your dad hasn't come over here yet." Knowing her cousin is waiting, Nicole takes her time to mention Scott. "And Mr. Sexy has left for downtown, too." "Great. I was picturing having breakfast with him." "You wouldn't eat a damn thing in front of him, and you know it." Truth be told, that is correct. "So what are you up to this fine day?" Abigail asks. "Going to work at the flower shop in town. What are your plans?" Nicole asks. "Designer part-time, flower shop assistant full-time." "Well, I don't know. Thought I was going to spend time with the family, but everyone has their own thing today. Guess I'll hang out here and relax. Maybe go down to the gazebo and chill." "I'm sorry, Abigail. This isn't the welcome you expected. Maybe you and your dad can hook up and do something when he finishes work today." "I'm sure he'll cut out early," Nicole suggests. "What am I doing?" Nick says, coming through the kitchen door. "Everyone is out for the day and leaving poor Abigail to her own devices. But I suggested you guys could do something." "Well, I hate to say it, but I've got work up the coast on the island to tend to. Got the call this morning. Sorry, sweetie." "Not a great start to your vacation, especially since it's been so long since we've seen each other." "Hey, it's all right. You have to work. I'll be fine on my own here down by the lake. Don't worry." Abigail is upbeat. "Well, I'm there for a week." Nick feels horrible. "Shit happens to the best of us." "We have the following week, don't we?" she asks. "Yes, I'll be back on Sunday. Then we'll spend the rest of your vacation together." The day proceeds peacefully down by the river. The gazebo is welcome shade to the rising sun. Pen in hand, Abigail writes what is in her heart at this moment in time. How grateful to have a family so loving. Having people who stand by her and encourage her dreams. People who feel more a part of her life than her mother has. Time seems to move quickly. Thinking of her mother, Abigail leaves pen and notebook on the bench and saunters to the dock. Sitting down in the warmth of the sun, she dangles her feet in the refreshing water. Lazily, the water laps against her ankles. The sound of birds in conversation are heard above her in the trees. This has always been a magical place for her and continues to be. It can never be anything else. "Hello," a voice softly says behind her. Turning, she knows who it is. "Hey there. How was your day? Thought Nicole said you were downtown." Abigail inquires of Scott. "Yeah, I was up early, but things are quiet now." "How has your day been?" he asks. "Quiet. Relaxing here by the water. I've always loved this spot. It's a place I've come to when I have things to think about, decisions to make," she replies. "Should I leave?" Scott asked before taking a seat by her. No, have a seat. No reason why you shouldn't enjoy all this. She motions with her hand at the vista before them. Yeah, I've considered moving here many times in the past, but I never seem to make it. But I never seem to make that all-important step of actually doing it, he laughs quietly. You should. There's no other place like this on earth. You can remember who you are when you're here. Abigail shyly smiles. And who are you, Abigail? Hang on. Miss Pearl. Sorry about that. Okay, and who are you? I haven't totally figured that out yet. She cocks her head and smiles again. How about you? A man driven by his passion? A loving, honest individual? His answer is simple. At dinner that evening, At dinner that evening, everyone is home. Conversation is plentiful and loud. After dessert, the family retires to the porch. A wonderful night breeze frolics among the leaves in the old willow tree beside the cabin. A whippoorwill calls out to its mate, and a response quickly arrives. A dark country sky overhead is a shimmer of stars of assorted proportions. A brilliant way to spend an evening, Rob declares. A perfect evening with family and friends, Abigail pronounces. Quiet conversation winding down to slumber. One by one, they make their move to bed. Only Abigail and Scott are left sitting on the porch as a light rain begins to fall. The sound of drops delicately descending upon the leaves nearby is hypnotizing. I love the sound of rain, Abigail says, laying back in the Adirondack chair, closing her eyes to drink in the sound. It is hypnotizing, Scott agrees. The smell of damp earth, bark, and fallen leaves. She takes a deep breath. There is nothing else like it in the world. A country girl at heart? Scott asks. I suppose so. I've always envisioned myself in a tiny place up north of Toronto. Why not here? Another question from Scott. I could never afford it. She opens her eyes, turning her head to the left. Scott has joined her in his own Adirondack chair. Hey. Do you like the country, or are you a city guy? She asks with a smile. More city than country, but that's because of my job. Don't get many gigs out in the country. Guess not. She turns her head and continues to absorb the environment. Scott sits quietly regarding Abigail. He is fascinated by her outlook. It's refreshing for him. In a world where money is everything, this doesn't seem to enter into this girl's realm at all. Well, it's time for me to hit the hay. And you said you weren't a city guy. And you said you're a city guy. She chuckles. Scott smiles. Well, there's a little country in all of us, I guess. Anyway, I've got an early morning in the city at the recording studio. He pushes himself up on the armrests. It's been great spending time with the family tonight. Sweet dreams. And with that, he's off to the garage apartment. Abigail refuses to end the evening when nature is providing such an exquisite presentation. She sits a while longer, appreciating her surroundings. I'll leave it there. I think you can guess where this one is going. So if you would like to hear more of this story, please let me know in the comments below. If you prefer the spookier ones, also let me know that. Or if you'd like a mixture. To my YouTube family, thank you for coming by. Appreciate it very much. And anyone who is new and passing through, please feel free to check out my other videos that are here. You might find something that interests you. If you do, please consider giving it a thumbs up. You can leave me a comment and share any of my videos out with anyone you think would be interested. That's greatly appreciated. Also, while you're here, consider becoming a subscriber. And if you do, click the notification bell so that you'll know the next time that I upload. I will be attaching to this, if I haven't already, our snow from yesterday. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, so have a great rest of your Saturday night. And as always, until the next time, ciao for now.